when I first started doing YouTube here at the beginning of the year, right around the end of February, right, Victoria, right around that time, she was one of my first person I interview. So I was very happy that she was willing to come on and talk to me about dreams and all that stuff. But today is going to be even much more fun. We're going to talk about dreams and also numerology or even pendulum. I mean, there's something that you could share with all of us about how important it is to use the dreams, as a guidance into your life, especially what's going on with the energy right now. So, Victoria, tell us about dreams and why is it important for everyone to keep track of dreams, and what do you have to share with us today? Because you are an author, you are a tarot reader, you are a teacher, and what else do you do? Because you do a lot of stuff. You write magazine. You have this Astrologic magazine that you are write for many, many years. And you have a lot of people subscribe. Even I myself subscribe to your magazine online. So
Yeah.
tell us about yourself more, so people will kind of get to know you more a little bit.
Oh, to be back and to see you again. Um, I do all of those things. Keep me busy, but we you asked me about dreams to that. Um, I'm paying attention and tuning. It's our sub contact with our subconscious or conscious mind. Just um, Tina, are you able
It's
to hear
it's
me?
kind of choppy. Yeah, your sound's kind of choppy. It's kind of hard to hear a little bit. Well, hello, Mina. Hello, Alice. Everyone. People start coming in. Hey, can you guys hear Victoria? We're trying to figure out how her sound's going. And thank you for
I
coming
can
in, Mina. Thank you, Alice. So,
I,
Victoria, continue. Introduce yourself. Yes.
I can walk around to see if I can get come. you
Yeah, we can
to
do
make
that. We
the
can do that.
audio. Okay,
Absolutely.
voices just
People will start coming in. They want to hear from you, Victoria.
going to
Hey,
see
guys.
if I can move.
Yeah, her voice is distorted. I agree with that. So we're gonna see what we can do, what Victoria can do. It could be
Yeah,
reception. We don't know what it is. Hello, Alice from Canada. Hello, good evening, Ashley. Thank you for being here. Yeah, she sounds very
okay.
sharpish. So we're gonna try to figure out what it is.
You
And
guys want to you want to go on a tour of the house, right?
yeah, maybe move into a different section of the house and maybe get a better sound. Because earlier today we got another practitioner, Jikara, and the sound is great. No problem. So it has to
Well,
be.
upstairs, and if I fall downstairs, you guys will start.
Please don't fall downstairs. That's gonna be a bad dream.
I know,
um,
right? But
yes,
let's
yes.
see. So have you ever one of your YouTube lives? Um, is the audio getting better?
Yeah, audio doesn't get better. No, not yet. If it gets better, I'll tell you. So guys,
Okay.
thanks for being patient and for being here. So
Yeah.
Victoria is trying to move around the house to see where she can get a better reception. So that way you guys can hear from her.
Um, is it any better yet, Tina?
Oh, let's say continue talking about yourself, about the dreams, that dream numerology that you mentioned about how important it is.
Yeah. So here, yeah, hopefully it's not as bad as it was. So you the house
It
is
still
simply
gets
that
choppy. Yeah.
I do not know. That's so frustrating. So the whole idea,
Technology.
I'm going to keep moving.
Yeah,
The whole idea
that's fine.
of the dreams all around the fact that conscious mind takes center stage when we go to sleep. it's the time that you know, when it keeps it tries to run the show constantly when we are we think we know what's
Yeah,
going on.
we have a hard time. So okay, let me ask the audience, how you guys hearing Victoria? Can you hear her well? Yeah, Ashley said, I need to hear about the dreams. Laugh out loud. I can't hear that.
Okay,
Sweet.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back because um,
Yeah.
sorry,
Guys, be a
you're
little patient here. We'll see what Victoria can come. She got a lot of knowledge on dreams, and she has been keeping track of her dreams all her life. And now she's using numerology and pendulum to help her and her clients to go, to kind of help them with their life challenges and everything and to move forward. So hopefully we'll get this going and get her voice clear a little bit. Hopefully we'll see how it goes.
right. Well, I'm done. So we all think our conscious minds are run, but we know when we fall asleep, take center stage. Subconscious mind that controls our motive. It really tunes us into everything that they did to do. It has our. Oh, I'm really frozen badly here, aren't I?
Yeah, is you're frozen and your sounds are not clear at all. So we're trying to listen and see how it is. And so you saw yourself frozen, right, Victoria? Can you understand
Wow,
her,
can't
Clara?
understand.
Clara said she can understand you.
Okay. Well,
Now, let me ask everyone here, can you all understand Victoria? Because if you can, we can actually move on with this conversation. I just want to make sure everybody understand and can ask her question and she can help you guys with this subject.
do do you reboot and come back in, and you can body until I
Yeah.
come back in?
Can you reboot?
Okay.
Can you reboot and come back? Yeah. Yeah, definitely it's not
Yes, I
coming from
will.
my end. So let's do that. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Victoria's gonna reboot, guys. So you guys, thank you for being patient here, and it's welcome everyone. Good to see you guys here. Yeah, she was very shoppy, so she's gonna reboot and get back to it because we had a couple events today early this morning, and their sounds are fine, no problem. But and I don't know what's going on, why on some people it sounds very clear and why it's not clear. Now, you guys, if it's your first time, please do not forget to subscribe, click like, share the video. And you've been here already. Thank you for always being here supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. And how's everyone's doing today? What is it about dreams that you have interest? What is it about dreams or even numerology that you guys are why you guys are intrigued? You can type in and share that while we're waiting for Victoria to come back. And where you guys coming from and where you guys from also. Yeah. I have a good feeling about this reboot. Thank you, Ashley. Great positive attitude. I love that. Yes, I hope that when she comes back, reboot, we'll get a good reception from that. Awesome. Let's send all the let's send prayer to Victoria computer so that it works really well and you guys can actually, gain some information today. So thank you with that. All right, guys. So also, if you're not familiar with my channel has a lot of upcoming events. Just go to my main page on YouTube and just look right in the middle page. It said upcoming events, live events. Go and take a look which one that you have interest. And the reason I say go there because sometimes I have to cancel last minute, so that it's canceled, especially the one that you hoping to attend. Or sometimes it's I get caught up with all my she's back here. All right, welcome back.
try this again.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Not quite sure about that, but really see how your. I know, like people said, hoping it works. Everybody
I
waiting
know.
to.
I how to. I do this all the time, and I don't have an audio problem before, or I'm not
Wow.
sure.
Yeah. I know we did Zoom before, but we didn't have problem. But I don't know if it's because we have it streamed at different channels, so many channels, if that's the case. But I know I didn't have that
Oh,
problem too. Oh, could be the
really?
broadband. Could be a broadband on your end too. I don't know if you live close to the city, if you live far from.
Oh, I'm right in the city. Um, I've never. It could be all the platforms.
Are you
Well,
in the city?
yeah,
Hmm.
Texas. So that could be. Well, I see everybody. I can see by the chat rooms, and I am so
Yes, they're all
wanting
excited.
to talk to them.
Yeah, they
Well,
all want to talk to you.
dreams are what connect deepest selves, and at this stage, our subconscious allows us through our understand what's going on at you know when we're in our conscious illusions going really what who we are and what how we go forward and this it's what is in our really the authentic self and
Yeah.
our dreams and we can tell dreams the things that are things that are we're doing that are really fulfilling to us all the time is decoding your dream to eliminate your greatest fear goals. And I know that's a bold statement. And so that's to talk about because people just so much dream study. I, I understand, all right. When we go to sleep, we're down little brains as computers are downloading the previous day these new neural pathways just to understand how to things that come up in the future as
Mm.
fight or flight situation, right? You know, and so everybody that our brains are downloading information, but they're scientists, dream experts in that. Yeah, but
Let me see.
dreams are just these nonsense. They don't
Yeah.
really mean
So
anything.
Victoria, yeah, Victoria, you you still sounds quite choppy. Even yeah, she did reboot and she came back uh after rebooting, and I don't know why the sound still hasn't gotten any better. I know one lady,
Mercury retro.
Mercury retrograde.
Mercury.
Oh shoot. You know why is that? Because one lady, only one lady has this problem. She's come on a weekly basis, but because she lives so far away from other people, she lives in a mountain area. Are you between the mountain?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not that I'm aware of. No, I'm not.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yes. So how you guys can you guys hear Victoria really well, guys? I mean, is it something that because for me, I couldn't understand you quite well. You get your voice kind of in and out. But you can hear me well, right, Victoria?
You very well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
hear you fine. Um, yeah, I don't know what. I have no idea
Yeah. Yeah.
about
She
that.
mentioned Daniel Lipton. That's another lady that has problems. She's the only lady that has problem. You're the second person that I came across, which I was wondering if broadband or the area is choppy. Yeah. Yeah. Not really. I didn't
What
understand her as well.
do you want me to just to choppy?
It's a little choppy. I can, okay, Ashley says she can make out what she's saying, just choppy. Some people didn't understand. I'm fine with it too. I mean, I can understand and make it out what you said. Um,
I so
we can go on
I
with
have no
that.
idea.
Yeah.
So, so anyway, this
Okay. Let's go
is
on with
all
that.
yeah, are all about for us, right? Right? It's understand conscious, which very our intuition, right? Um, we are when we dream, what these symbols are is what allows us to get this insight into what is going on. That's where we if we can begin answering questions questions about these dreams if you would know.
Hmm.
Questions?
Yeah. Question Ashley said no captain option. Uh, it has captain option, but I'm not quite sure how this all work. And when she sound choppy, it may not work as well. Yeah. So we just have to kind of go with it right now with what we right here. Now, quickly though, guys, you can also check out Victoria's YouTube just in case. Check out, she got a lot of uh, what do you call that? Card reading for the days, because she's also a tarot teacher and tarot reader, a good one. Please go ahead and subscribe on her YouTube channel because she got so many videos on so many information, about the energy, about metaphysics, everything about metaphysical. She's all in that. Reboot the router. Huh. You have to reboot the router? I mean, you reboot the computer, but you have to go to the router.
Huh. Uh,
I don't know. I don't know. That might be a little bit too long to be doing
I was
everything, right?
going to, yeah, I think that might, I'm not sure. Let me try one more thing. Hang on one
Okay,
second.
she's gonna try something. This is what everybody would love to hear about this, about the dreams. So we're trying hard to do everything, and everybody gives suggestions. So thank you guys. You guys been great. To give suggestions. Yeah, you guys can go to check out her YouTube. I don't know if you can see her YouTube. She has it paired to here. So you should be able to see her YouTube. And you can check it out, subscribe her channel because she got daily, weekly reading or daily reading on her information. Clearing cache. Okay, clear.
Oh,
Okay.
clearing the cache.
Uh,
Reboot the router. That would take too long. Clear
yeah,
the
the browser will take a long time.
cache. I always forget. These one of these wonderful to clear the cache. Oh, let's see.
Yeah. These
Okay.
ladies are amazing. They're all like trying to help and trying to give suggestion of how to make it work.
This. Okay, I cleared the history. Did that help?
Okay, let's see. Keep talking.
Yeah. Um, TV.
I feel so bad for you. You must be stressed out trying to like bring information and trying to, get all this to work out. Yeah.
And
Well,
just I'll just keep you know. We'll just do
mhm.
this as long and I'm sorry, I have no idea
It's okay.
why this
It's
is
not your fault. We don't know exactly why this happened. It only happened to one lady. Uh, but your sounds, actually, it was Daniel Lipton. That's always happened to her. But at least we can make out what she's saying. On your case, it's just like, right? kind of cut off quite a bit, you know. So we have to figure out why this happened. And the
The
reason I said it,
the first time that we did doesn't like this, so
no, we were
I'm
on
not quite
Zoom.
sure.
Yeah, we were on Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. We were on
yeah.
Zoom.
Zoom, it was recording, and this is on live
Yeah.
stream. So we have it stream across different platforms. So I don't know, maybe it use more broadband. So I don't know, maybe your what do you call that when you have internet service and it has to be like high speed, right?
I have the Google.
Yeah.
I have Google, which is supposedly the best. I pendulum in here. Uh,
Oh my God, what kind
it's
of
beautiful.
yes.
It's
Don't you guys love that pendulum? That looks like a pyramid upside down, the crystal. The bandwidth.
exactly.
Thank you, Clara. Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe it's your bandwidth. The bandwidth that you have may not be high enough. So when we do a live stream across, it can be choppy like this. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let me get this at my bandwidth. Is my bandwidth? Let's see what you. Oh, it is.
Is that what it is? Your bandwidth?
That's what my pendulum. That is so
Clara,
funny.
you got it. It's a bandwidth, you know. So what should we do? Yeah. I love your pendulum. That's like one of the biggest, nicest crystal that you have, you know. So it's gonna be kind of hard to talk about dreams and information. Uh what what can we do? Should we just kind of end the session? It's a shame all these people are here. Or and you were going to talk about numerology too, which I'm intrigued by that.
Over to Zoom, and you can go to my YouTube, which I think it's so and with that we never have any problems with Zoom
Yeah, I think
software.
next time in your case, what we can do is we can just go straight to my instead of going through Restream, we may have to go through my the YouTube thing, you know, and or just a Zoom thing that we can do live too. Can you talk about astral projection a bit? I was open and allowing, then ended up back in the home where I had some trouble growing up. Was that potentially my subconscious mind trying to let that go?
Um, you know, Astral, and I hope you can hear me on this because it's really, you have to be really projection because that literally means, you know, and when our bodies in that way, all sorts of other energies, physical forms before, some have not, putting ourselves in a kind of a risky situation. Actually project naturally. They had always done it, and you know, it's very easy for study it and and learn once they figure out how it's kind of cool to do that, but you have to be careful because, like I said, you're out there with all of these other who are not really what to do. You can get into some big and create some situations.
Now, Ashley, did you understand all that? You know, because we love to kind of get you some clarity with your question. I guess we can answer the question, and then we may have to reschedule this again, you know, Victoria, and we'll find a better avenue. We may go straight to the YouTube live or Zoom live. We can do that too instead of this and see how it goes. Uh, ish. She's laughing. Thank you for trying to understand, Ashley, for your question. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a shame Victoria got so much information to share about dreams and subconscious and all stuff. She's got so much. And adding numerology and all that stuff too is going to be quite amazing. Can she call you via phone so that we can at least hear her clearly? Not on
Yeah.
this stream. Not on the restream though. Let me see. Can she call you via phone? Huh.
Do you want to try it?
Clara, let's see. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to call you and we probably have to mute. Let me see if I call you and are you able to mute from your end? Oh yeah, you can mute your microphone from your end. So I'm gonna call you and put you on a speakerphone. How about that?
Um, hang on.
Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, she calls me. Hello. And now you have to mute.
Now I
Wait, I turned my video off. Here we go. Is that better? All right. Now, okay, how about that? I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you guys hear her? Clara, can you hear her? Since you gave that suggestion. Go ahead and keep talking, Clara. Okay, so all right. So here's how this goes with the whole astral projection. And that is some of us know how to astrally project just from a natural way that we have always done this, right? We have to be very careful when we do this. And especially those people who have learned how to astrally project, which is something you can learn. This one sounds better. Yes. It sounds better? Yes, yes. Can you guys hear her? Can someone just say yes or no? I can hear her now better. Go ahead, Victoria, just keep on talking. Okay, so we don't know if anyone can actually hear us. Good idea. Oh, okay. Can they actually, but can you hear me? Okay. Oh my God, you guys can hear her? Clara, bravo to you, girl. Smart teamwork, you guys. Teamwork. High five to everyone. Yes, and yes, Clara. Smart girl, my God. We didn't think about that. See, it's nice to have everybody around. Okay, so here's the scoop. And okay, honey, you turn the TV back on. All right. So here's the deal about astral projection. So we can finally get this out so everybody can hear. And that is, some of us are naturally able to astrally project. There are those of us who study it, who try to figure out how to do it, and then you can get lost. Thanks to Clara. So I want people to understand, I want Clara to understand that this is really important to, if you do astrally project, just make sure that you're comfortable in the way that you're doing this so that you can get back from your journey, right? Because it's really, it can be dangerous to do that. So I'm scrolling back here to see. Let's see, it says, I was open and allowing and ended up back in a home where I had some trouble growing up. Was that potentially my subconscious mind trying to let that go? Yeah, and that could have very much been an energy that you needed to deal with, that your subconscious needed to deal with. So that's an excellent question. And did you deal with it like that, Ashley? Were you able to successfully deal with it? Let's see if we get that response from Ashley.
But here's something else that I want you guys to understand about dreams is that yes, you're tapping into a huge um, energy source, and it's like your vital energy source. It's the realm of where you're not creating any illusions for yourself. You are in a place where this is your authentic self at its most powerful. But it's also necessary to understand that dream images are not literal, right? They're always symbolic. They're all symbolic. So you need to recognize that, for example, when you dream about a car, it's not actually a car. That represents your physical body, right? And so you have to frame everything from the reference point of what those elements in the dream symbolically represent, and decode each one of those elements, and then put all of those elements together into the complete narrative to understand the dream. And it takes some practice. I mean, I've been doing it 30 years, but it doesn't take that long to begin to get proficient at it. And once you do get really good at it, you will find out the most amazing things about yourself. You will be able to tune in to aspects of yourself that sometimes really aren't pretty, right? They are startling, but at the core, you understand that it's the true you. You know, you have to be willing to see the real you, because that's exactly what you're going to get when you begin decoding your dreams, the good and the not so good. But from that point, here's what happens. Here's what you do from that point is, if you see something about yourself, if you decode your dream and you think, yeah, that really is something that I'm doing that I do not want to go forward with, then in your conscious life, you decide how you're going to change that. And that is how you eliminate your greatest fears and achieve your highest goals.
Did that answer your question? Yes. Hello, everyone who just came here. So, just welcome everyone who just, coming in, and welcome. And today we got Victoria Belue. She is a teacher and author. She does tarot reading as well. And she also has a YouTube channel, which you guys should check it out and subscribe to her channel. But anyway, today we have a little bit of technical issue with audio. So we decided to use a telephone when someone, Clara, suggests to do that, which thank God at least we can hear her now. So love that. Thank you, Ashley. Kind of shadow work while you sleep. Appreciate you. Yes.
Yeah, listen, and you know what, Ashley, you're right. That is shadow work, by the way. Whether you chose to astrally project to go back to the house that you had trouble in, whether that was, I'm guessing it was probably purely subconscious, but you did it in order to rectify something. And it sounds like you probably did. So that is amazing. And, that's amazing work that you're doing.
Nice. Now, Victoria, let me ask you, a lot of people have question about dreams. Why is it important to keep track of dream? How can a dream help in our life for most people? And you were talking about numerology. How does the numerology come into play with the dream?
Yes. And so numerology, for those of you who may not be familiar with it, numbers control our universe. Numbers control everything that we are, that we and everything in the universe is made of. And as you know, I think most of us had a really hard time in math in school. I know I did. But it was really because it was never explained to us the way that it should have been. And when you look at numerology and you work from your birthday, and you also work from the name you were given at birth, and all of those come down to numbers, single digit numbers that you are then able to tune into. I have this amazing book. Let me pull it out here. It's called Numerology and the Divine Triangle. And what the Divine Triangle is numerology and tarot and astrology. And through those three modalities, you are able to really come in very close awareness of who you are and what your motivations are. And so, yes, numerology talks about our life path, our purpose in life. It talks about our soul path, which is different from our life path. And it's all based on the numbers that resonate with us. And I've had people tell me that they see their birthdays a lot. I had a lady the other night tell me she sees 414, which is her birthday, April 14th, that she'll see it on clocks every time she, at least once a day, she'll come across 414 on a clock and not even trying to, and then people will say, yeah, I see my birthday on signs, on addresses, and I just see it all the time. Well, that's just talking about how you're tuned in, right? And that's a really good thing when you are in that place that you are actually in the synchronicity of seeing like your birth date. It just lets you know that everything's going right. You're in the flow of the vibration that you need to be working in. So that's what numerology is. Now, as it relates to our dreams, once we know our life purpose according to numerology and our soul purpose, then we can understand through our dreams where we are maybe staying on our path that we need to be on and where we may not be and need to get back into alignment. All of this is just like with tarot. It's all a quest to understand ourselves as clearly and as deeply as we possibly can, because from that, we're able to understand why we are here, our purpose is in contributing in this life, which I believe we all have a purpose. And if we do not contribute what we are here to contribute, no one else will ever give what we uniquely will give, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's, it's always in our highest good to understand what our purpose is in life. And through all of these modalities that we're working with, this ancient science that we're putting into modern practice, that is how we come to understand it.
Mm. Now, Victoria, earlier when you introduced yourself, the sound was cut choppy. So until we got it figured out how to use the phone to talk, can you just kind of give the audience like a little bit of your background and what you do, so they have an idea, where you're from and what you do, what you have offered to show them, your knowledge and your wisdom, because I know you do know a lot. Yes.
Thank you, Tina. So, yes, I have been reading tarot and interpreting dreams for 30 years. And this was a quest I began in my 20s because I wanted to understand what these dreams meant that I was having. I wanted to, I'll actually tell you. I know this is going to sound crazy to some people, but it's actually what happened. When I was in my 20s, I had a woman come to my house with someone else, completely, I had no idea who she was. It was a social situation. And it turned out this woman was a psychic medium, and she was the first one I ever met. And she told me, she said, you can do what I do. And it really kind of surprised me. I didn't even know what she was talking about at that point. And I wasn't involved in anything. I worked in TV. I was a writer and a producer in television. So, a few years after that, probably 5 years after that, I was in New Orleans with a friend, a girlfriend, and we were walking around the French Quarter. And she had grown up in New Orleans. And she said, let me take you into this place. And it turned out to be a voodoo shop. And she asked this woman, she asked if Mother Margaret was there. And Mother Margaret comes out, and she's this stunning woman wearing a turban and has these emerald green eyes. And she is telling me that I can do, she said, you're destined to read tarot. And I really, again, so here I am with a psychic medium and a voodoo priestess who've told me that this is what I need to do. And it still took me a few years beyond that before I actually understood that this was my calling. And so, yes, I read tarot, I interpret dreams, I work with numerology, I write urban fantasy books. That is really something I love doing so much. I write a series called the Tarot Legacies, which brings tarot characters to life. They live among us, and it's a very fun story. I'm working on book 5 right now, and you can get them on Amazon. Just look up the Tarot Legacies if anyone's interested. And then I publish a monthly online magazine called Astrologic. And Astrologic has contributors who write articles about all sorts of metaphysical subjects, astrology, both Vedic and Western, tarot and dream interpretation. We have sound healing. And in the October issue that will be released on the 1st, oh my gosh, the sound healing article is so amazing about how you can work with sound to heal all sorts of problems, all sorts of maladies that you're afflicted with. We have someone who does past life regression and hypnosis and Reiki and talks about the energy exchange that happens and all of that. It's just amazing what comes from this every issue of the magazine. It just reinforces, my favorite quote by Albert Einstein, who said, everything is energy. That's all there is to it. If you match the frequency of the energy you want, you can't help but get that reality. He said, it's not philosophy, it's physics. And when I read that, Tina, I understood, yes, it is metaphysics. And we're in the meta world now, right? So this is the time for us all to embrace it, to embrace our dreams and understand what our subconscious minds are really wanting us to know. We can evolve into the highest level of who we're capable of being by doing that, I believe.
Wow. Now, Victoria, you put the topic, go deeper into your quest. Can you explain why you phrase that word that way?
Because we're all on a quest, always. And whether we recognize it consciously or not, but certainly in our dreams, we're on a quest every single night. And if we understand what our dreams are saying, then we understand the quest we're on. And so by going deeper into your quest, that just allows you to understand your purpose in life, understand what you can contribute to others, and bring your unique gifts into the world, have them be born into the world.
Now, what are the most common dream? Like, are there like theme that you often see with your clients? And will this dream be guiding us to where we're supposed to go, or telling us about our path, our future? I'm sure people want to know that.
Yes, there are so many common dream elements. Everybody has dreamt of flying, right? Everybody has dreamt of showing up for a test that they're not ready for, that they haven't studied for. And they're standing at the door, needing to go take a test, and they've never studied for it, right? Everybody has dreamt of probably trying to dial a phone and can't quite get the number to go through. Everybody dreams of falling. These teeth falling out. Your teeth are suddenly.
That's a lot. Out. Yeah. Any meaning to that, or is that something that we should pay attention?
yes, every one of those things means something other than what it literally means. Teeth falling out means that you feel like you don't have the knowledge that you want, that you're wanting to gain more knowledge about something. Food is also representative of knowledge. When you're in a kitchen in a dream, that's representative of wanting to gain more knowledge. Flying is freedom. Flying is you feeling like you are free. If it's not an easy flight, then that means you're trying to get free, right? Being in a car, I saw that in the chat earlier. Being in a car is your body, and someone was saying they dreamt that they were going backwards in a car. That's feeling like somehow you're taking steps back, and your physical, whether it's your health or your fitness or something. Let's see. What about running up never-ending stairs? Oh, that means you're trying to achieve something. You're trying to gain. You're trying to ascend in some regard. It could either be your work or your life, personally or professionally. It just means you're on the path to ascend in some metaphorical way, and it's up to you to sort out what that is, but you're working to achieve something, and you feel like you just haven't achieved it yet. Yeah.
Nice.
So, and I see someone is saying they want to do a past life regression. You should tune in to my, I'm interviewing Tiana Roser on Saturday on my YouTube live channel. If you subscribe to my YouTube live channel, you'll get the updates of when that interview is going to happen. But she talks a lot about past life regression. She does it professionally. So you should tune into that. And that's Clara, right? You're the one who figured out I needed to visit my
she's a problem solver for us.
I know. You definitely need to
you guys, thank to Clara. She brought it up, so we all get to have this conversation now. We can hear Victoria now, so
it's working.
Thank God. There's a will, there's a way. We were just talking, you know what, Victoria, let's go ahead and go for it on life. It's meant to happen. It's meant to happen. We'll see how it goes. And sure enough, I wasn't panic about that. I just kind of go with the flow. And next, look, this lovely soul just kind of gave us suggestion.
I think it's fabulous. And here we are. We're still being able to talk about this. Yeah, dreams are so important. I mean, we all dream, and there's a reason why. It's because our souls, our subconscious wants us to understand what is going on. And
now, Victoria, I heard someone told me before that the dream is actually real, but here is not real. Have you heard of that?
Oh.
Yeah.
I suppose you could. I suppose that could be. I don't know, but I do know there are several kinds of dreams, right? And I saw that in the chat earlier too. Someone said that they dreamt of their son who passed away. Which oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss,
Clara, yes.
But and you felt like you were giving him a hug in the dream. That really could have been a visitation, because there are three kinds of dreams. The most common type is what I have been describing, and that is, just the symbolic dreams of our subconscious wanting us to understand what's really going on. And then there's the type where you have a visit, like what was being mentioned earlier. And then sometimes you have premonition dreams. People who have dreamt of an airline crashing, and that happens the next day. Those things do happen. They're very rare. You're really tuned in a way that is, you're vibrating at such a high frequency, and it's like you catch, when you're dreaming, you were in your highest realm of dreaming, known as your superconscious. And, time is just a construct for us, right? we make it this linear thing so that we understand it, right? But it's not. It's everything everywhere all at once. Did you see that movie?
Hey, if you guys were here this morning or this after, oh no, yesterday, was it yesterday? We were talking about this movie. Yes, yesterday there was another intuitive reader came in. She drew a picture. One of the audience mentioned about that movie, that you just brought it up. So this is funny. The second day, it was yesterday that happened. Someone brought it up. One of the
That's
audience,
true.
yes, that was
You know,
amazing movie.
and so it is everything everywhere all at once, and we in order for our simple brains to understand it, we put it time in this linear fashion. But when people have precognition dreams, it's because they are tapping into, something that we say is in the future, but which is, happening right now along with everything else that's happening right now. I mean, I can't wrap my head around it. I'll be the first to admit that. So, we call it precognition, seeing, knowing before it happens, right? That's what precognition means. And then someone says, I dreamt about someone who was a teen, but in my dream, that person was a toddler. With that, if you knew that person when they were a toddler, then that is just emotionally putting yourself back into that place of where you were emotionally when that person was a toddler. So that's another aspect of decoding your dreams. It gets a little bit more complex, but yeah, that's what that's talking about.
You guys can ask any question you like, guys, about your dreams or question too. Victoria is the person to ask when it comes to all these dreams because she have experience for so many years, and she's good at that, even interpretation. Now, what kind of service that you offer to your clients, Victoria, in terms of with the dreams or how to help themselves with their life, even numerology and your service beside tarot? You have done a tarot reading on me before, and it was really good tarot reading. So thank you very much. And but I would like the audience to kind of know a little bit more about your service that you offer as well.
Well, so yes, I do work one-on-one with clients, and I have a lot of clients I've worked with for a long time, and they are on a quest to understand their dreams, and they like tuning into tarot as well, because tarot is an energy exchange. We have you, for example, Tina, as the client, and then the cards, and then me as the reader, and we create a circuit because it's your energy which the cards pick up on, and especially if you're open. When a client is really open energetically, then the cards are so accommodating. And then it's up to me as the reader to interpret what I'm seeing in the cards and share that consciously with you, so that we do create this circuit of energy that allows us to go really deep. And then, I will use my pendulum, which I trust and love so much, and for yes and no answers. And then we talk about dreams. So, yes, I work with people. I actually have a method where I will listen and help someone sort through a dream, get to the real heart of the message, and then we'll work with the tarot to see what else, to go to dive deeper, to see energetically what they can do from that point, how they can carry it forth. And here's the other thing I want people to understand with tarot, and that is there is an energetic trajectory. That's how tarot works. When I look at the cards, I can see if you continue on the path that you are on at that moment, the arc that is going to come, I can see how you are going to move forward. And sometimes it's completely, you don't see it, but I do, because of that's how the energy works again. It's very elegant, it's very simple, and it's really effective. That's why I like working with tarot.
Wow, beautiful. So we have this person, Addison or Patricia, her name. I had a dream where I was shown I was an ancient being at some point, huge, glowing.
Angelic like. So here's what that sounds like to me. You were in your superconscious mind. We have 7 realms of consciousness. The 2 lowest are our conscious minds, which is what we're interacting in right now. And then we have 3 levels of our subconscious where we're dreaming. But there are 2 levels beyond that we call superconscious. And that is where we are interacting with entities which may have been in physical form at one time. I'm talking about loved ones who have passed. You can also come across other dreaming minds. And that's always fun to interact with. And then you will interact with entities which have never had a human physical form. And that could be what you were dealing with at that point. Whenever you have angelic dreams like that, you're definitely in your superconscious mind. And it sounds like you could have been interacting with a being that is showing you a past life, or energetically how you used to be or could be in the future. Because again, time is this linear time concept is just something we made up to understand a greater concept, which honestly we can't wrap our minds around at this point.
Wow, good question too. Now, what about this is often asked question is a lot of people said, I don't remember dreams, no matter what they're trying to do.
We all dream. We all dream every single night. And actually, I read a book just a few months ago, which is the latest on dream research by some scientists who have now determined we go through these phases of falling asleep, and we will have just a brief dream period, and then we're asleep again, where we're not dreaming, and that stretch of time is a little bit longer. Then we go into another dreaming phase, and that second dreaming phase is a little bit longer, and then our brain quiets down, and we're inactive for a little bit. Then we come into a third dreaming phase that's even longer. Then we repeat that pattern, and we go into a fourth dreaming phase, which is what we get right before we wake up in the mornings. And that's always our longest. And people who say they don't remember their dreams, they're still dreaming, but they're just not remembering them. If you want to remember your dreams, couple of different things to do. Before you go to sleep at night, tell yourself, I want to remember my dream, and say it several times, either aloud or to yourself, but plant that thought, and you will start remembering your dreams. You can also drink a big glass of water before you go to sleep, so you have to get up in the middle of the night. And when that happens, chances are you're going to come right out of a dream, and you're going to remember it at that point. Of course, then what you need to do is either write it down on a piece of paper, or what I do is I have a voice memo app, right? And just start rattling off the images that you recall, because they begin to fade almost right away. And then consult, then start figuring out what that dream means. And you'll be amazed. You'll be going, oh. It's almost always, by the way, dreams always reflect something from your previous day. If you can trace back to your previous day, you'll sort out what that dream is meaning once you decode it.
Now, Clara asked about the dream catcher. What do you think of dream catcher? Yeah.
Sure, why not? I mean, if it works for you, that's all that matters.
Do you think it works?
Well, if you think it works, then it works. That's how I'm going to put it.
Perfect.
Because our minds, again, we're talking about the energy of of what we construct, right? And if it's just like my pendulum, right? I didn't buy one until I found this one, and when I saw this one, it was it.
That's
And
that's amazing. That's amazing piece. I love it.
Thank you. But that's how it works. If you find something that resonates with you, then that's what you need to work with.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have heard like some children's, would have a frequent nightmares. What do you take on that? Why does that happen to kids, very young kids?
Yes, and that's an excellent question. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so children get impressions from life, and their brains are like, and their emotions are like little sponges. I mean, it just really absorbs everything. Mm. And that's why you should be careful when children watch television or the things that they will hear, because their imaginations are just, vivid. So they can, again, a couple of things can be happening there. They can be processing things from their previous day, right, of things that they saw. And again, those things are symbolic, but nevertheless, if there's a big, hairy thing chasing you down the road, that's pretty scary for a little kid, even though it may not, it's not a big, hairy thing really in life. It could be something, something completely different, right? Also, young children can be recalling previous lives. Oh. And that has happened before. Again, it's rare, but some children do recall previous lives up until they're probably, 4 or 5 years old. Kids will be talking about things that parents just don't recognize, but they still carry the energy, especially if they went from one life into the next really quickly. Then they probably carried some residue from the previous one.
Have you come across a client that have kids that have that experience, Victoria, remembering the past life? Because I think one of the audience here do have that experience that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Oh, really? No, I've seen programs on it, which have really validated it for me. I'm convinced that these children are remembering, because they come up with details that were just, impossible to otherwise have about, these people who, then they're children, they're young children. But no, I haven't met anyone, but you have.
Yes, that's the lady who asked you this question. I have talked to her before. I know her personally. So her girl, at 4 years old, will tell her that she came from an ET lifetime, and she chose her as a parent. And her little girl even told her during COVID to not be afraid. And I don't quite remember everything, but she does have this kind of unique experience on her 4 years old little girl. And she said, yes, it's me. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. You should record. I would, if that were my child, I would be recording all of her conversations about that. As they get older, they tend to forget it. You know? Yeah, that's awesome. And do I believe that? Yeah, of course. Of course. It's no more amazing to be born, many times than it is to be born once, in my opinion.
All right.
Look at the plants in our yard. They come back year after year. They look dead and then they come back. So I think it's, like I said, I think it's a very elegant system that we live in this universe. And I absolutely believe that that's possible.
So that I would just assume that, I would assume that all of us dream about our different lifetime then, right? If it's not having to do with what's going on in this lifetime.
Yes.
You get clients that have all this, like what she said earlier about this lady asked about her dream is very vivid. She dreamed that she had a knowledge of time travel and going back and forth. She was explaining it to someone in my dream, and then I become aware I was dreaming and woke up.
Yeah, and so that's called lucid dreaming, when you become aware that you're dreaming in your dream. And yeah, lucid dreaming is interesting. That's what's happened. As far as the time travel aspect, yes, I think that's fabulous. And could the time travel be symbolic? Yeah, it could be, but it could also be that you actually, again, were doing astral projection, where you were traveling in your superconscious realm. And we just don't know. When you're having dreams like that, it's one or the other. And if you intuitively feel that you were actually time traveling and going back and forth, and you were explaining it to someone, then you probably were. You probably were.
Wow. Now, what about when you're talking about lucid dream earlier? Some people said lucid dream is kind of dangerous. I mean, what do you take on that? You
Yeah,
have a lucid dream yourself? Yes.
I do not like to lucid dream. Here's what happens when you do that. Some people, again, it's just a natural ability, and other people will really work on trying to lucid dream and think it's really fun to. What that means, lucid dreaming, is controlling your dream, so that you're kind of half and half. You have half of, you have your subconscious working, and you have your conscious mind working, and your conscious mind begins controlling your dream. So that you can make yourself fly in the air like Superman, right? But here's what happens when you lucid dream like that. You don't allow your subconscious the free rein to show you what it's wanting you to show you. It's not, you're not allowing it to give you the messages that you need to be receiving that can help you grow. And it will, when we don't dream, sleep is one of those amazing things that I never take for granted, because again, where our brains are downloading information that we need to download from that instinctual survival point of view, right? But also the dreaming aspect, our subconscious wants us to it at least wants to express those dreams. And when we don't allow ourselves to do that, because we're lucid dreaming, because we're jumping in and letting our conscious minds control it, then we are messing with something that we should not be. And it will make you tired. It will create all sorts of psychological problems. You can't maintain a lucid dreaming situation for too long without having some manic situations eventually occur.
Mm-hmm. Now, I understand that dreams are symbolic, right? I mean, are they mostly symbolic, or are they usually literal meanings to you in your experience?
Oh, they're symbolic, 100%. The only time they're not is when you have a rare precognition dream, or you have a visitation, from a loved one or from someone who's passed. But otherwise, they're symbolic. It's, Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, right? He called it the collective unconscious. And what that's referring to is essentially our hive mentality. Again, that we all dream of teeth falling out, or we all dream of trying to dial the telephone and can't get the number to go through, or we all dream of, falling or flying or whatever. It's all symbolic. It's not literal.
Right.
And it comes to us in those symbols, so that no matter where we are, and I mean, this has gone on for thousands of years. The first recorded dream was in Sumeria, the Assyrians. It was the Epic of Gilgamesh is what it was called, these clay tablets. And it was talking about King Gilgamesh's dream. And so we have always dreamed as humans. And these symbols just have traveled down, through the millennia. to us. I mean, Shakespeare talked about dreams. The Bible talks about dreams. Everybody does,
Yeah.
and they're significant.
Now, earlier you talked about the Sumerian and the Syrian, and what is that? Another person's that talk about the dream back then from original origin of the time. Can
Yeah,
you?
well, yes, and because everybody recognizes that there's something going on, right? That there's a reason why we're dreaming, and people who just say no, we're just downloading information. I mean, I know that it's it's well, no, I don't know. It's speculation that they are saying it's complete nonsense because they can't prove what it is, So, but we couldn't prove a lot of things that we can now prove.
Well, from my understand, Victoria, a lot of ancient culture, like American Indians, the Chinese, uh, the king when they dream, he would have an assistant to help interpret the dream, and it would be a very important prediction for the king. And also the American Indians, they always tells what's going to happen the next day through the shaman's dreams, right?
Yes.
So I have to say that can be quite significant because this has been a practice of dreaming interpretation since ancient eons ago.
Yes. Yes, and kings have followed. Excuse me. Kings have followed the advice of what the dream interpreters have said,
Right.
And won battles. We're kind of going into that realm of like the oracles too at that point, who would get their messages, like the ones in Delphi, right? Who for hundreds of years would make their predictions, and it's all important, the messages that come, but they're symbolic. I mean, rarely are they literal. It's all understanding, decoding, as I call it, decoding those dreams.
Now, Victoria, I always feel that the dream is usually, yes, symbolic, meaning to ourselves. Is that what it is, or it's about other people? Let's say if I dream about my mom, and is that because it's all about me as a reflection of what I mirror from my mom? Is that how it works?
Yes, every dream. One of my dream mentors, Dr. Barbara Condren, she has always told me every dream is about the dreamer. So your mother in a dream is an aspect of you. She's an authority figure, but she's representing some aspect of you. When you dream about anyone, that's it. And it's up to you to figure out what that aspect is. We are complex beings with layers and layers of what make us up in terms of our personalities. So, by just, if you have people will say, well, why have I had a dream about somebody I went to high school with whom I haven't seen in 20 years? And my first question will be, well, describe that person to me really quickly, just a couple of words. What were they like? And, well, they were really kind, and I could always trust them to help me, get something done. And so I can then say to them, so that's the aspect of yourself that was playing a part in this dream, is that aspect of yourself that is really kind and that you can really trust.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how this works. And it does take a little sorting through to understand all of it, but once you get the hang of it, you can decipher your own dreams. And in my magazine, Astrologic, we have we have dozens of dream interpretation symbols, so that you can actually go look up what I see. This one note that Clara's dreamt of blue frogs jumping around.
What does it mean?
Look up what frogs mean. which, yeah. So frogs, like most animals, represent habits. And the fact that it's blue, you would have to go back to your previous day to understand how that ties in. That's where a good dream interpreter will help you, because, I talk to my clients about how, what was going on in their previous day, and we'll figure out, oh, so this is where the blue frog came in. This is why you dreamt about the blue frog. And, that's just, it's a process that you work, you start with the broad picture, and then you narrow it down to get the exact message.
Mm-hmm. Well, this Janine asked interesting question. I had a dream. I asked what year it was. The people said 2001. Could that mean something in that year is significant to her, or she has to pay attention to her?
Yes. Oh, yeah. You need
Janine?
to go back to 2001 and think about what was going on. And again, think about the previous day before you had that dream. Was there something that you were doing that related to the year 2001? That's why it's so good to write down or record your dreams the minute you get up, because then you can begin deciphering them and think back to the day before. Was I doing something? How did that relate to the year 2001? There is a connection there. There's always a connection there. Let's see. And it says, my boy tends to wake often, but still asleep, looks around, laughs and laughs sometimes, asks to be carried, and then sleeps again. Oh, it sounds like he was having good dreams. It sounds like he was enjoying himself. That's lovely.
Yeah. Well, Victoria, let me ask you this question. Since you have been keeping your dream for so many years in your life, how has it changed you, or how has it helped you?
Good question. So it has helped me enormously, because I have come to recognize aspects about myself, as I was mentioning earlier, that I really was not fond of. Things that, because your dreams pull no punches, right? They're going to just tell you what it is, how it is, and you have to deal with it. It's your opportunity to deal with it. So how has it helped me? It's allowed me to see myself without the facade that I would have otherwise put up. The face that I would show to the outside world and try to convince myself, this is who I am. My dreams will have shown me, this is who you are, and you have the opportunity to change that if you want. But here it is. And being willing to accept it, to understand it and accept it, and then take the conscious steps of changing anything that you want to change. It has been remarkable for me. Yeah. And that's why I keep saying, deciphering your dreams will help you eliminate your greatest fears and achieve your highest goals.
Nice, nice. Well, last question from this audience, Katie. How about that? Because I know we have been on for a little over an hour now. Long time ago, I had a dream. I was talking to a man, but I was not able to see his face. Every time I move and try to see him, something was always blocking me from seeing his face.
Yeah. And so this is an aspect of your subconscious that you're wanting to communicate with, but you're unable to, that you don't know, that you're not in touch with yet, but that you're wanting to be in touch with. Again, what I would suggest is look to your previous day and see if there was something that relates, that intuitively feels like that's what you're not in touch with, that you were wanting to be in touch with. But that symbolically, that's what that means, is that you were wanting to tap into this subconscious aspect, but you can't quite do it, and it's not a part of you yet recognize, but it is there. it's definitely there.
Nice, nice. Now, Victoria, on your YouTube, can you tell the audience what YouTube is, it's all about? What kind of audience can, when they go there, you guys should go and subscribe her channel, right now. You can see it right there. But what YouTube is all about, because I don't think I explained quite well.
Well, so what I use it for a lot, people like to, I do readings, I do tarot readings. I do my 3-card stack. Actually, I posted one today where you intuitively choose a stack of cards out of 3, and I give you the message that's right there. And I also include what you're probably dreaming about, because the cards will give us the message of what's going on.
Can you share with us the message you have today for everyone here?
Well, it's 3 different messages, and I don't remember. Now, I recorded this several days ago, but it's Victoria Belue, Practical Metaphysics is my channel, and I do readings for the lunar month. I just on the 25th was the lunar beginning of the new moon, and so a month worth of predictions according to the tarot, with the powerful tides of the moon that affect us all. And then I do weekly sign predictions, astrology predictions with the tarot ruling card. Each astrology sign has a major arcana ruling card, which is your natural abilities, right? Aries is emperor, for example, and that's, you're a born leader if you're an Aries, and making wise choices is just part of your DNA. And so I talk about what astrology wise is coming up for you that week, and then how to work with that with your ruling card from the major arcana. And then I dive into all sorts of other things. I mean, I'm always talking, practical metaphysics is a term I came up with 20 years ago, when I understood that I'm a skeptic about everything until it's proven to my satisfaction. And then once I really understand, this is real, then I'm in. I'm, in for a penny, in for a pound. And so I work with all of these energies. That's why I work with numerology. That's why I work with my pendulum. And, that's why I love all of these modalities that are in the magazine that I publish, because there are so many ways that we can all connect energetically. And sometimes it's just about finding what really resonates with us, and if one thing doesn't, then, don't give up. That there's something else that will allow you to tune into your highest self.
How much it costs for your magazines? Victoria, remember, it's not expensive at all, right?
Oh, no, it's not expensive. It's less than a fancy cup of coffee. I think it's per month, I think it's less than $8. And then if you buy your subscription, you get it for even less than that per month. I want to make it affordable for everyone, because everybody needs this, to be able to tune in to what makes them, to have everybody feel at the frequency that they feel like they're optimally working at is my whole goal there.
Good. Can you share your contact, Victoria, your website contact, just in case any one of these ladies would like to connect with you? Because, they all seem to be quite interested in the dreams. I love all the questions here. So, guys, thank you so much for all your questions as well. Because those who are here, they're really, really into dreams, and I think dreams are very, very important. Very important.
Oh my gosh, they are so, and I'm so glad that thank you again for inviting me, Tina, because it is so important. We all dream, and the amazing things that we can learn from our dreams can change our lives. And so my website is victoriabelue.com. And the YouTube is going to really, I have a video on there about dream incubation, which I know we're out of time, but dream incubation is how to ask your dream a question before you go to sleep and get the answer from your subconscious. So you can go to my YouTube channel and look for that episode. I think I put that was on maybe a month ago, but it's called Dream Incubation. And you guys can always ask me questions, by the way. I answer the questions because I'm so happy to, I really want to help you guys in any way that I can with understanding your dreams. So subscribe to my channel, watch those videos, and then leave me the questions down in the comments. And we'll get this sorted out.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you guys, right? Well, guys, thank you so much, for being here. Victoria, I just want to thank you for your time. I'm so glad we got this figured out. Thanks to, yes, thank you. Patricia, she said, love it. Thank you so much. Isn't Victoria's lovely? I mean, she's so smart and she's so knowledgeable. Seriously, I mean, you know a lot about dream and you got so much information to share with all of us. And this is what I like. This is what my channel is all about. Like what you said, in metaphysics, it's all about everything. And my channel is about cover everything. I invite so many different speakers to talk about everything under umbrella of metaphysics. You can be about dreams, it can be numerology, tarot, aliens, UFO, name it, doesn't matter. Meditation and all that good stuff. And that's why I said dream is one important part, because I think dream has been an important subject or part of metaphysics or our life, our subconscious and our conscious. It can guide us to a better path, and we can dig deeper into our self. ขอบคุณค่ะคุณคanu. I have to speak Thai because I got a Thai subscriber here too. My channel have two languages, Victoria.
And I was wondering that's a beautiful language. I love the script.
Yeah, it looks like Sanskrit, I think.
Yes.
And it's very unique, very different. I can read quite well. Writing not so good. I have to do the what do you call that? The texting, the voice text. So that helps. But has been a fun experience. I'm so glad finally I get you on live so people can ask questions. Because when we talk about dreams, asking question and interaction is so much better.
Oh, yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
So guys, don't forget, go to her YouTube, subscribe, and you can, check out her dream incubation video that she talks about, even on her tarot reading, daily messages, and she's absolutely, really good in tarot reading as well. And you can learn a lot from her, take that. I like the story that you saw the psychic, back you were younger, sound like a movie. I remember that ghost, the guy went into the store. What's his name? Patrick. Is that Patrick his name? That movie Ghost.
Oh yes.
And then there's a psychic that's tell him. So that kind of remind me of how fortunate that you have that experience, Victoria.
It was kind of like that.
Yes.
Took me completely by surprise, but it was an amazing experience. Yeah.
Nice. So Victoria, thank you so much for being here. Definitely will invite you back, again, sometime so you can share with people, more stuff too, or even some stuff about tarot or numerology or whatever that you're doing. So you have a lot of knowledge. And everyone, thank you so much for being here. Asking her questions, and don't forget to share this video if you like her. Share with your friends, tell people about her work, and if you know people who love dreams, share Victoria about dreams, because you can learn a lot from her. All right, guys, thank you so much. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow 4 p.m. Pacific time, a live event, Intuitive Blonde. She's gonna be doing live sample reading, clairvoyant reading, and yeah, we do have that. If you would like to do that, I welcome you to do that too, because I have a different type reader, practitioner, either a Akashic reader, a tarot reader, clairvoyant, even someone who draw images, medium. They come in here, give sample readings, and when people I believe that when people get to interact with the practitioner, a reader, a healer, they feel your energy and they feel connection with you, and that's when they go to you. So I have many practitioners. That's one guy, he does facial reading. On the first video, he got 3 clients that contact him to do facial reading. Go, Tina, I got people to contact me. Go, bravo to you. I love to spread the word and, help people to connect with the right people. And, I got amazing audience that come in and thank you. Thank you, Clara. Yes. She said thank you to Victoria too. Yes. And the Thai lady, she said thank you to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tina. I really I love your energy. Your energy is fabulous. And thank you for inviting me on, and your fabulous people who are on here tonight. I just thank you all.
Yes, thank you. And it's everyone's energy combined as one. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Love and hug to everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, you guys.